everyone, it's Ashley Cunningham here, and I'm really excited to be connecting with you all today. I have been quite busy these last few weeks. There's just been so much going on in the world, and so I haven't been as active as I normally am here on YouTube or in my group Channeling with Love, but I'm ready to come back to it, and I'm really excited to kick it off with this video because what we're going to be talking about today is what to expect in a Galactic Reiki healing. And if you guys aren't aware, I do quite often angelic Reiki group healings for $25, and I was trained earlier this year by an amazing group of people up in Spokane Valley, Washington at Compass Rose. I'll have their website posted down below if you're interested in getting trained in angelic Reiki. They do a lot of other trainings as well, so definitely explore their menu there, or their services. But I just was really drawn to angelic Reiki, and since I've been trained, I've been offering group healings every few months this year, and I love it. I'm so happy that I have been trained in angelic Reiki. Part of that angelic Reiki training is working with galactic energies and bringing forward galactic healers who offer the same services as angelic Reiki, and the healing angels coming in and helping us with what we need help with. And so I wanted to call them out specifically because they are really, really powerful healers. There's so much that they have to offer. And I did a Galactic Reiki healing in my last Starseed Family course, the Know Your Origin Starseed Family course that I held in the first week of August in this year, so August 2020. And I had a galactic focused angelic Reiki experience, and it was so powerful, you guys. There was so much energy that came through. There was so much healing that took place. There was a lot of just love and care, and the messages and the images that came forward from that were really beautiful. And I wanted to offer that to anyone else who was interested and who maybe weren't able to join my week-long course. So that's what I'm doing for this my last healing session for this year. November 7th, I will be offering a galactic energy healing, or galactic Reiki. And it uses the same premise of angelic Reiki. It's the same energy, the same individuals stepping forward. So there's still going to be healing angels. There's still going to be the ascended masters that resonate with you. But we're calling on specifically those galactic healers to step forward and really kind of take the lead in this healing. And I'm really excited because, as I said in that first initial experience of holding a galactic Reiki session in that class, it was so powerful. And working with galactic healers, they're much more direct and kind of intense almost. So I wanted to call out some things that you may experience, or you may want to be prepared for if you've already done an angelic Reiki group healing with me, or if you're brand new to Reiki in general and you have decided to join my group healing, or if you've never heard of it before and you're interested. I'll also be posting all of the Galactic Reiki event information in the comment box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. So yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, first and foremost, I have a whole video on how to prepare for a Reiki session or any sort of energy healing session. So if you're doing angelic Reiki, galactic Reiki, any other type of Reiki, any other type of energy session, I have a video on how to prepare yourself and how to kind of be in that space when you go into that session. And so that video link is down below in the description box, so definitely check it out. And I will also put a little card here for it as well. So you can click on that video and you can watch the more formality type recommendations that I have, like being in a quiet space, being in a comfortable pair of comfortable clothing, nice cozy pair of pants, a nice t-shirt, just something you're going to relax in, having water by you, those kind of like basic things that are going to be really helpful in making your session comfortable and enjoyable. So I'm not going to go into those types of things in this video. I quickly want to go over maybe some of the other stuff that you could expect, or what could take place in the session. And I do want to highlight kind of how I structure my sessions is the same almost every time. I like to give time in the very beginning for people to join me. And I give probably about a good 5 to 10 minutes for people to join me, to ask questions, to, chat with others in the group, to just kind of connect a little bit before we get started. And that may feel like a long time for some people, but I really like to get people kind of shifting and focusing in on what the session is about, and give everyone plenty of time to get on board and get ready for it. Because when we move into the really basic, quick kind of check-in exercise that I do, that's when really we're going to start kicking off that focus and that shift to getting prepared and opening up for the energy to come in and for them to get to work on you. So there's that time, and then we do a quick little meditation type check-in with your body. So I like to do this check-in so that way you can get a sense of what are you feeling right now in this moment. What is your body telling you? What is the room around you saying? What are you feeling? Are you extra cold? Do you need to grab a blanket or maybe a pair of socks? Do you need to do anything before you are ready to sit down for a good 30 minutes without really doing any sort of activity? So that gives you some time to kind of check in and see where you're at, and also to feel your energy, feel your body, and kind of recognize, okay, I'm here, I'm in this space. Connecting with your body is going to be really important, and it's going to help you see what's happening or feel what's happening as it happens during the session. So we're going to do that, and that typically takes about 2 to 3 minutes. It's not very long because I don't want to eat up a lot of the full session time, but also I don't really want you guys to get lost in that experience, because we're going to shift into the Reiki session immediately after that. And so I like to give maybe a minute or two for any last minute questions. I like to call out, there's always someone who asks, can they have crystals with them? And I'm always going to recommend, if you have crystals that you want to connect with or you just want to have around you, feel free to have them with you. I don't know why, but that's always a question, like right before we start the Reiki session. So feel free to have crystals with you. I love crystals. A lot of you probably know I've talked about crystals quite a bit. So definitely a big proponent of crystals. Or supporter of crystals, I guess. They are really excellent in helping to also magnify the energy around you, and they get recharged during the session. So if you have crystals you want charged, or you want, to have kind of that energy at the end of it, feel free to bring them with you. And they're really, really, they're awesome. I just love crystals, so go for it. And then, I give a few minutes for final questions before we get started. And then once I start, I have some music, and I like to change it up every so often. So I'll put together some music, and it's just some really light tonal sounds. There's no singing. It's more just like binaural beat type of music, and it's just very relaxing. And I like to try and pair it with who I'm really calling in. So for this one, it's going to be probably more spacey. I haven't necessarily picked it out yet, so I don't know exactly what it'll be like, but we'll have some nice music to listen to, and I play that with this external speaker. So if it's too loud when you hear it, feel free to turn your phone down. And if it's too soft, I do check the comments to make sure that we're right where we need to be with the volume. So you could always make that comment if it was too loud or too quiet for you. And if you have your phone or your device all the way turned up to the highest volume, then that would be a problem. So I'm definitely open to making changes as needed. But then we have that full time during the music. That's when I start. And I typically do a lot of prep work before the Reiki session itself. Before we even get into the live video, I'm asking everyone to be on standby. So as soon as that music starts and you guys take some deep breaths and kind of relax, that's when they step forward. And so they're kind of ready to go. They jump in. And for what to expect for each of you as you go into a Reiki session, it's really kind of all over as far as what you can experience. If you are a person that's very open in your senses, you may experience a lot of visuals, a lot of auditory sensations, you may have your guardian angels speaking to you the whole time. You may hear or feel specific ascended masters or galactic healers that maybe you're aware of, or you're just experiencing these beings stepping forward. So you may hear, you may see, you may feel. And I think for most of us, we are going to feel a shift in energy. And the point of this really is to help alleviate any energetic strain, anything that's really, each of us are different. So you're each going to be looking for something different in your healing. But a lot of this comes down to kind of decompressing, relaxing, and getting into that space. So you may feel a lot of warm, light, warm energy flowing through your body. You may feel pressure on your hands or your feet or your legs. You may feel just a kind of a sense of the room shifting. I've heard a lot of people comment on how they just felt like the room was full of beings, of love and light, and it was just a really hot space after a while. You may have increased temperature changes, so you get really, really hot. I haven't really heard much of anyone saying that they got cold. So typically people get heated up. That energy that's flowing in, that's a really common physical reaction to the energy stepping forward and coming into your energetic field and into your vessel. So, and they may be just removing things, working with your muscles, working with your body. And so that takes energy. So I hear mainly people getting heated and starting to sweat, or just feel deeply relaxed, like they've had a really deep tissue massage. And most of the time, people report that they just feel so relaxed and they've nodded off to sleep, or they're ready to go take a nap by the end of it. And yeah, there's just a lot of comments that I've heard of people just being in a deep state of relaxation and just kind of having a hard time kind of coming back when we do come back. So part of the session, once that work is done, I am told by my healing angel, his name is Henry, he and I work very closely together to perform Reiki on myself, on my family, my friends, on all of you guys if you want to participate. He's like my go-to angel, and he's the one who's joined my team to specifically work with me on healing work. And so I get my cues from him, and he and I just kind of wrap things up. And at the end of it, I always love to share what I see and what I feel throughout the experience. And what I'm doing when we're having the session is I'm holding space for everyone. I've asked everyone to step forward, all of the spiritual beings that are going to participate to step forward. And my goal is to really allow that energy to flow through and be sent to everyone who signs up and participates. And also to kind of be an observer to see what is taking place. I am neither invested nor expecting any sort of specific reaction or action to take place during this healing. It's just all about the energy and sharing that energy, and whatever takes place, takes place. That's great. But I like to just be an observer of that space and hold that space for everyone. And so I often am kind of seeing the group in its entirety in one location and seeing the work that's being done on everyone. And it's really beautiful. And sometimes it comes to me in scenes of like being at like a barbecue next to a lake in a beautiful field with lots of trees and flowers around us. Sometimes it's a more dimensional space, so there's maybe not a physical place where we're all at, but we're in a dimensional space that's being created just for that healing. And there's tons of colors and vibrational changes, and it's really, really interesting. The last time when I did the Galactic Reiki, I saw everyone in a white hall. It was like a temple space, and it was a giant white hall, and all of the galactic healers were stepping forward and working in circles around everyone who participated, and it was just really beautiful. So I share all of those images and messages that come through, and everything that I experience, I sense in that time frame. I will share that after the healing. And I love to create space in the session itself for you guys to share if you're interested. So a lot of people share very similar experiences. Not this last healing, but a healing before. So 2 healings ago. So it was like early June or maybe late May. I had 3 to 4 people share the same exact experience with the same galactic healer, Dr. Lorfan. And I've done a channeling with him as well. So if you're interested in hearing more about him, definitely click the little link up here, and I'll also put the link in the description box for that video. But yeah, it was just so fascinating. So I like to offer space for you guys to share and ask questions. Some people have questions on maybe what they've experienced, and so I like to have that kind of debrief session. And the video will be in a private Facebook group, and that's where you're going to see the video if you join. It's available for 48 hours. You can watch it as many times as you like. It's probably not the best if you're really exhausted. I would give yourself some time to come back to it. If you are really... if you just really, really tuckered out by the end. So I wouldn't recommend doing it right away, but the work that's being done on each of our vessels after this 1-hour session, it lasts for 3 weeks. So they come back when you're relaxed and in a state of rest. Typically, sometimes they'll come in and work when you're ready, or when you expressly ask for it. But over the course of the 3 weeks after that event, you will have continued work being done on you by the galactic healers and the healing angels and the ascended masters that maybe you resonate with or have been working with you. So that's pretty exciting. I love offering angelic Reiki, and by way of angelic Reiki is Galactic Reiki for this example, or this event that's coming up, because it's not just a one-time thing. You're gonna feel a pretty big shift. I honestly love it. I love the energy. I love everything about angelic Reiki, and working with galactic healers has really been an exciting thing for me, just because I really deeply connect with my starseed family, and I connect with galactic beings. And so working with galactic healers is just another way for me to develop and reinforce that relationship that I have with a lot of the galactic beings that I resonate with, and I see and I work with on a pretty consistent basis. So I just get so much joy from it, and I am really excited to share this experience. If you have any specific questions, feel free to post them in the comments, or you can post them in Channeling with Love. I have a Facebook group called Channeling with Love. You can also find me on Instagram at Ashley Cunningham Medium, or my Facebook page, Ashley Cunningham Medium, and you can post questions there as well. My website, if you want to sign up for my Galactic Reiki healing, it's channelingwithlove.com, and I'll put it down here, channelingwithlove.com, and it'll be down in the description box below. And it's $25. The event starts November 7th at, I believe, 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and it'll go from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And then after that, it's available for the next few days. So I'll probably be taking it down on Tuesday or Wednesday of the following week. And, oh wait, it's a Sunday. Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday of the following week. Sometimes I let it go a little longer. Yeah, it's a really awesome experience. It's cool to get a sense of what Reiki is like if you've never experienced Reiki before. And I always have a great time connecting with people. Everyone who joins is always so excited and ready to go and just really open. And so if you're interested in connecting with people that are interested in energy healing, and they're all high vibrational, definitely check it out and participate. It's fun, and I think it's a great way to make new friends and to connect with energy that's going to help you rise or raise your own frequency. And as we work on healing ourselves and going within, we become more calm within ourselves, and we can step forward and be in a better space when we are handling and dealing with everything that's going on around us. So I highly recommend it. A few things that I'm being prompted to mention is I tend to let the music run and let our session run for about 30 minutes. So you will need to be able to sit in a quiet space or lay down in a quiet space for that time. Often I have a lot of people ask if they can have their pets with them. Yes, please do. I do not charge for pets because what's going to happen when you have your pets with you is they're going to be there in that space. They are going to receive the healing if they choose to, and if they choose to be done, or if they don't want the healing, they'll just get up and walk away. They're not going to stay there, and the angels and the galactic healers are not going to force them. So I always encourage bringing your pets with you, having them in the room with you, or allowing them to come and snuggle up with you when this is taking place, because they're going to really feel the shift in the energy around in the room, in your home, in yourself, and near you, because they can feel and sense energies way better than we humans can, and they're going to want to participate, and when they're done, they're just going to get up and walk away, and they know when they're done. So feel free to include them. And I also allow young children to be included. I don't charge for young children to receive the healing. If you agree to allow the angels and the galactic healers to come in and help with your young child, that is you as a parent signing off. And I do require, when you join my Facebook group, to say that you agree. As children get older, they are able to make their own choice if they want to participate. So at about 10 to 11, I ask that they make sure that they're okay. And anyone older than about 13 and 14, I will ask for payment for them, just because they are more engaged and they are making more of a direct connection. And so yeah, that's more important as they get older, to have that work be remunerated with an exchange of energy. So for the payment of $25. If you want to sign up more than just yourself, you can sign up to 4 people on my website, and it's $25 each. And if you are really interested in having your own angelic Reiki or galactic Reiki experience, and maybe you have a friends group or you have a group of family members that you want to participate or who are expressing that they're interested in participating, and maybe this November 7th event does not fit with all of your guys' schedules, I do also have a service where you can book your own group healing. I ask that it be 5 people to 15 people max, and I can work with anyone around the total number and the time and dates and all of that stuff. So definitely check it out. Again, my website is channelingwithlove.com. And if you guys have any other questions or are still curious about maybe what you could expect to experience during a Reiki session, please send them my way. And thank you all so much. And I'm so happy to be here and posting and seeing you all. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.